We're back. What's up, y'all? It's Jay, and we are back with another video. In today's video, we're gonna talk about should you buy 8th Gen Civic Si in 2024? And the clear answer is yes. I'm not even gonna sit here and waste y'all time. The 8th Gen is a great car to buy in 2024, 2050, 2080. The 8th Gen is just a car that you should buy at any given time, especially if you can get one for a good deal. Here is my car, chilling. I just got off of work, so I threw it in the garage and changed my clothes real quick. But we are gonna take the car to the same spot that I did last video. And honestly, I did not expect my last video to do as good as it did, considering it was my first video. So for everybody who watched the first video on my channel and showed love and watched and shared and liked and comment, I appreciate all of y'all, so I just want to say thank you. But that's that, so let's jump in the Civic and take it to the spot. Oh, y'all already here. Glad that's out the way. So y'all probably clicked on this video because y'all want to know why you should buy an 8th Gen Civic Si. Making all that noise and not going nowhere. Honestly, there's a good amount of reasons you should. One of the reasons I think you should buy a 8th Gen Civic in 2024. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the last couple years, everything is so expensive. Everybody can't afford, you know, the biggest, you know, new sports car or whatever, and hell, a bunch of the old ones are overpriced and nobody can afford. And that's why I feel like the 8th Gen shines. Like I said in my last video, you can pick up a sedan $4,800 to $6,000 is what I see decent clean examples go for. Coupes I usually see go for $3,800 to $4,500. It just depends on miles and condition and if it has any modifications. So that's the first reason why I think you should get an 8th Gen Civic Si. If there is a lot of wind noise, I apologize. It's a little windy right now. I'm gonna try to fix it later. And the second reason why I think you should personally get an 8th Gen Civic Si is the drivetrain. But instead of me talking about it, let me just show you. K20, son. This is the main reason why anybody should buy a 8th Gen Civic Si, period. The 8th Gen comes with the legendary K-Series motor, and it comes with the K20Z3. And honestly, if you don't think the K-Series is a legendary motor, your feelings must have got hurt by one, because you must not have heard K is the way. That's just how it is now. K is the way. And the thing about these K-Series motors, there's a bunch of parts for these things everywhere. There are a ton of modification options you could choose from, whether you want to go turbocharger, supercharger, nitrous, or all motor setup. These engines just have a ton of customization, and you could do pretty much any setup you want. You could mod the K20 that comes in this car, you could do a K24A JDM motor, or you could do a 2420, which is where you take the K24 block and you put the K20 head off of this motor onto the car. And it's not just the motor that makes this car super fun. It also comes with a 6-speed manual transmission. And what a lot of people don't know about these cars is that they have factory LSD, which makes this car super fun to drive. So that's another key factor why you should buy a 8th Gen Civic Si, is because the drivetrain is pretty solid for the chassis. And another big reason why you should get an 8th Gen Civic is simply the modifications you could do to these cars is amazing. Now this is where it gets kind of tricky. It depends which one you decide to go with, whether you go with a coupe or you go with a sedan. Now personally, I like the sedans better. Coupes do have the HFP kit, But other than that, I really don't see too many modifications for the coupes. Now the sedans on the other hand, bruh, not only you can make the USDM body look good, you can also change it up. And a lot of people don't know that this car was sold pretty differently in other parts of the world. Now if you ballin', now if you got the bread to do it, you can do a FD2 Type R style build, which I personally think looks the best. You can also do the Acura CSX build, which is the Canadian version of the Civic. And I've seen people do Fields type builds. I've seen people do Spoon inspired type builds. And a lot of people don't know this, that the USDM got a special 8th Gen Civic Si, and I think it was only for the 2008 model year. And it was the 2008 Civic Si Mugen Edition. Those cars came in a limited production. It came in one color and everything was done by Mugen, and that car is really, really special. If I found a cheap one, I don't know, I might have to sell my car and get one. I love those things. But that just goes to show that there's a wide variety of customizations you could do to these cars. And the final reason why I think you should get a 8th Gen Civic is simply because at the end of the day, it's a Honda. When it comes to Honda reliability, it's kind of hard to beat. Like, this car has 273,000 miles on the original motor, original transmission. When I bought it, it didn't run. It needed a clutch and a starter, which was really cheap and pretty simple stuff to do. And for people who are not mechanically inclined for real, these cars are super easy to work on. They are really simple cars. It's not much to them, and pretty much anybody could work on one. So that's all the reasons why I think you should get a 8th Gen Civic Si in 2024 and in the future, way down the line, whenever you think about buying one, because I feel like these cars are gonna stand the test of time, because in my opinion, it's the last good generation of the Civic Si. The 9th Gen just didn't hit the same because they put that shitty ass K24 in that car, and that car doesn't really have true VTEC like the 8th Gen does. But I think I'm gonna cut the video here. Let me know what you guys think of today's video. If you like the video, like the video. If you don't, it's all good, I don't care. Let me know down in the comments below if you're thinking about buying an 8th Gen Civic, or if you own one. I wanna hear your opinion why you think the 8th Gen is pretty much the best generation Civic besides the EM1. Because the 9th Gen, that car's trash. If you want to see more future 8th Gen content, make sure you subscribe and stay in tune. It's your boy Jay, and I'm signing out.